First of all, I just have to say I was completely bowled over by the experience we just had, and that when I left that room, it makes me proud to be at Rainier View. It makes me want to go back into the classroom. And Megan, you are so amazing.
Wow.
So what we do at this school is use wows and wonders as a way of providing feedback from people. It's respectful, and it allows us to celebrate as well as ask questions. And we really do want to ask hard questions and deep questions. So Megan can take it. I know this about her. So let's start with inclusion on the motivational framework. And what did we see in terms of wows?
And may I just say one thing, Shanika, whenever you have an opportunity to tell us about something you noticed about your children that we might not have seen, tell us.
Okay, thank you.
First of all, Megan went back to the interviews, so she connected with the interviews for the background to what she was, as a background to what she was going to do, and explained exactly why, reminded them.
So that would be would that be a wow for attitude?
No, that was for inclusion, connectedness.
Because you see connectedness in terms of the content as well as
Connect with the students, connect with their, what happened before, their previous knowledge, why they are doing all that.
Okay.
To me, that is connectedness.
Thank you.
I have one. That's a key thing too. What I observed in inclusion is that, Megan, you honor every single response, and you honor it not just with your words, but with your body language. So I've heard teachers go, oh yeah, good job, but you can see in their face that it's not authentic, and that wasn't the case. There was not a child in there who would not have felt respected, and when the kids started to take Jacob's response, and I don't think Anne-Marie was intending to make fun of him. I think she genuinely didn't get it, but I know Jacob well enough to know that that could have really shut him down. You pulled it right back in, and I appreciated that very much, but also was impressed with the skill
They were totally engaged. Totally engaged. There wasn't a dull moment. There was. It was great.
A wonder I had was, and it kind of was part of the planning, but not everyone has a home in that room, and
Good question.
and that was kind of a certain child was doing like that.
But
I did a home
visit
visit
with him.
But still, it was kind of like, how would he answer that? Because today he might not answer the same as
So
tomorrow.
maybe instead of calling it a home visit, we say when I got to visit with your family. And that
Yeah,
is
like a
sensitive,
family
'cause you're
visit,
right.
yeah.
It's not something that crossed my mind, and you're totally You repeated directions in several ways, and this may not be inclusion, it might be more meaning, but I'll put it here anyway. I heard you repeat directions 2 or 3 times as well as ask for kids to come back, so you really had every single child in there, which is why I think of inclusion, because you made sure that they knew what the expectation was, and that stood out in my mind.
So here's what's happening. Because it was such a powerful lesson, we could link everything in inclusion because it was the ultimate learning community, but I think that one ought to go under competence, which they all conditions you can see contribute to each other.
They do.
Yeah.
Almost everyone's hand was up, and we couldn't even get to everyone.
Did you see their bodies went up?
Yeah,
Like
everyone
they're
perked up.
tired,
They're sitting at the
physical.
front. So that was really neat to see that.
I almost forgot to do that. I was like, oh, God, brainstorm, yeah. Boy, that pulled them in.
I love the way that you had the children come up and explain their strategies, and then allow the audience to question the strategies for clarity. I think that was very powerful.
Is there a way that outsiders to the curriculum can have a few rules or tips? Because if I'm not able to think about, I sure am learning from watching you, but how can we get parents to be able to be good partners in this? It's very obvious that Shanika has taught prior knowledge, and here is a perfect opportunity for you, Shanika, now to go back and say, we've talked about the importance of prior knowledge in reading. Look at how it's also important in math, because it feeds comprehension. It helped you understand because of your prior knowledge. So it's a clear link for the kids, and I know they'll find links in other areas too.